The patience of South Africans is running out. In city centers and dusty townships, across provinces and political divides, citizens are speaking with one voice, no more excuses. The demand is clear: President Cyril Ramaphosa must act decisively against illegal immigration or risk losing the trust and support of a nation already on edge. Over the past few weeks, tensions have escalated as organized protest actions gain traction in Johannesburg, Pretoria, Cape Town, and other major urban centers. Marches, community-led shutdowns, and peaceful demonstrations have erupted, with protesters calling on the government to tighten border control, root out undocumented foreigners, and restore law and order in neighborhoods they say have been destabilized by illegal immigration. Placards reading "Protect Our Borders, Jobs for South Africans First," and "Ramaphosa, Act Now" filled the streets as thousands of frustrated citizens took to the pavement. Their message is not just about immigration, it's about a growing sense of abandonment by a government they believe has allowed the situation to spiral out of control. "We are not xenophobic. We are desperate," said community organizer and protest leader Tholani Moyo in Alexandra. "We are tired of being ignored. We have watched our communities change. Crime is up. Jobs are scarce. Services are collapsing. And yet the government keeps giving excuses while our people suffer." Many citizens claim that foreign nationals, especially undocumented ones, have flooded sectors of the economy traditionally reserved for locals, including informal trade, construction, hospitality, and domestic work. They say this has made it harder for South Africans to find jobs, especially the youth, who now face a staggering unemployment rate of over 45%. "Every spaza shop in my area is now owned by a foreigner," said 29-year-old Mandisa Dlamini from Soweto. "How is that possible when we have no permits, no taxes, no control? It's lawlessness, and our leaders are looking away." The protests come on the heels of disturbing reports of illegal activities allegedly linked to undocumented foreigners, including drug trafficking, human trafficking, and violent crime. In Diepsloot, a community that has frequently made headlines over immigration concerns, residents recently clashed with police during a crackdown on unverified foreign nationals. In many cases, tensions have flared between locals and migrants, with xenophobic violence always threatening to resurface. Despite these realities, President Ramaphosa has consistently urged for calm and tolerance, warning against generalizations and scapegoating. "South Africa is a democratic state guided by the Constitution," Ramaphosa said in a recent address. "We must manage immigration legally, responsibly, and without violating the rights of any individual." But for protesters, these words ring hollow. "We are not asking him to violate rights. We are asking him to enforce the law," said Vusi Ndaba, a protester in Pretoria. "If someone is here illegally, that is a crime. The president has a duty to protect us, not just speak politically correct nonsense." Opposition parties have capitalized on the public anger, especially those with strong anti-immigration stances. Action SA, the Patriotic Alliance, and other rising political forces have openly criticized the ANC's weak enforcement of immigration laws, calling for mass deportations, stricter border surveillance, and penalties for employers who hire undocumented individuals. Meanwhile, civil society groups are calling for a balanced response, one that targets illegal activity without promoting hate or violence against legitimate asylum seekers and legal immigrants. But as public frustration grows, the balance is becoming harder to maintain. Social media has only added fuel to the fire. Viral videos showing overcrowded hospitals, violent incidents involving undocumented foreigners, and citizens being allegedly denied services have become rallying points for activists. Hashtags like #NoMoreExcuses, #FixOurBorders, and #RamaphosaWakeUp are trending regularly, drawing attention from global media outlets and human rights observers alike. The stakes are high. With local and national elections on the horizon, Ramaphosa's handling of this issue could define his presidency. Will he listen to the cries of his people and enforce immigration law more strictly? Or will he continue to tread carefully, fearing backlash from international partners and human rights groups? For many South Africans, the time for debate is over. The message is loud and clear: no more excuses. No more delays. President Ramaphosa, it's time to act. If not, the anger seen on the streets today may turn into something far more dangerous tomorrow, a total collapse of public confidence in the very institutions meant to protect them.